Good noon, Kizel and Adore.
Good evening. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So let me just have another just attendance, no? So we are going to continue now with our previous video presentation for eggplant. No, so let's try. So let's try to, while waiting also for the others to come in, let's try to watch this video.
Welcome to Complete Picture. Today I'm gonna show you how to farming eggplant and how to harvesting eggplant, the whole agriculture technology of the eggplant. Today you're gonna see in this video the greenhouse eggplant cultivation process. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe us. Lots of effort put to make that video. Just once.
Okay, so you just can see how a more tawag doon, a more high technology and advanced way of producing eggplant in other countries now using greenhouse, because they don't have tropical weather like us. So do you have any questions or clarifications regarding regarding topics on eggplant? So we're going to proceed with our next topic, which is on lesson, I guess lesson ano. Wait lang, nag-ano ko. So do you have any questions or clarification? So we are now actually on lesson 5, which is ginger production. So wala na tayong mga questions or clarifications on ano, on eggplant. So again, let me just check our attendance. So kung wala ng tanong or clarification, maybe we can proceed with our ginger production, no? So so for ginger naman, it's scientifically called as Ginger officinale, Roscoe, no? And it's very popular in our diet because of its distinct sharp and hot flavor due to actually its oily substance called gingerol, no? So madali lang siyang maalala kasi gingerol is from the word ginger. And this is actually known as luya in Tagalog or shoga in Japanese, and chiang in Chinese, and gingibre in Spanish, gingembre in French, and zanjabil in Arabic. So very common lang siya ng mga names, no, from the word ginger, except lang yung ating medyo Tagalog Japanese, no. But then it's really very important to know a scientific name, para kasi iba-iba ang mga pangalan natin bawat country, and even in the Philippines we have different names as well, no? So it has an aerial part about 0.8 meter high, which could grow up to 1.5 meter tall, and like in Costa Rica, Hawaii, and Honduras. So ito yung mga medyo tropical, and a finger-like perennial underground part is called rhizomes or hands, no? So around the world, the top producing countries are India, China, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Thailand. And in 2006, yung area planted to ginger in Philippine setting naman ay nasa 3,900 hectares lang, with a total production ng 27,200 tons. And from Cagayan Valley as the largest producer, followed by Calabarzon, Northern Mindanao. And ginger is we also export ginger to Japan, Germany, Hong Kong, Britain, Northern Ireland, according to our statistics as of 2006. So for its uses and nutritional value, ginger are actually our what do you call that, spices, no? And they are consumed fresh or pwede rin dehydrated, powdered, or pickled. Actually, yung salabat natin or yung ginger tea is very popular in Filipino hot drink, which are made from boiled fresh na ginger or even powdered one. And this adds flavor to some common Filipino dishes, like pag magluto tayo ng sabaw na, of course, tinola, goto, arroz caldo, paksiw, batchoy, at saka even pinakbet, no? Masarap siya na may taste ng luya. And also an ingredient in the manufacture ng mga perfumes and soft drinks and in the preparation ng preserves, candies, and pickles. So if you have tried the ginger ale na soda drink, have you tried that one? So it's made of course, ginger. So the Chinese consider ginger as the yang of hot or spicy food, which balances cold meals, no? And it has actually its purpose, aside from being also has health benefits, especially sa high blood, sa ano pa yan? Sa flu. So it's considered as yin for creating harmony. Ayon. So parang ano siya, harmonious. No, ginger stimulates gastric juice secretion and relieves cough and flu. So it's an herbal medicine. It's also used to treat migraine, travel sickness, and rheumatoid arthritis, and known to improve blood circulation and reduce fat deposits in the arteries. So if you have ginger in your diet, is also maintaining your weight, no? And in India, ginger is used in the preparation of many Ayurvedic formulations. So when we say Ayurvedic, yung herbal plants ng mga Indians, no? Ayurveda being the traditional Indian medicinal discipline, or the curative properties of ginger come from the volatile oil that contains gingiberino or gingiberol or borneol or philandreno or citral, cineol, starch, mucilage, and resin, among other substances. So ano ba ang meron sa ginger aside from these substances? So it contains 46 kilocalorie lang, maliit lang. Little amount of protein but higher amount ng fiber, small ash, high in calcium and phosphorus, in iron as well, and small amount in thiamine. So, and also riboflavin, niacin, and ascorbic acid. So, ano yung mga varieties natin na available for ginger? So, it differ actually in terms of size and shape ng rhizome, of course, sa yield niya, no, and moisture content, quality, and flavor. So, these are the common na varieties natin. So, meron tayong tinatawag na native. So, yun yung mga payat, small fibers, very pungent, and best for making salabat, no? Ayon natin parang gumamit, although very isog kaya ang kanang atong native, but ayon natin siya kasi sa pagluluto kasi napaka 'di ba, kuti magpanit. So however, very good siya because of its high pungent flavor. We also have red native, yung small red fibers, very also pungent. Imugan, medium size, slightly fibrous, pungent. Hawaiian, ito ay malalaki. So yun yung mga nasa market natin, plump, yellowish brown, less pungent naman siya. And the Jamaica Uya, medium size lang siya, pale colored, and gives off pleasant, agreeable aroma kapag na-dehydrate na siya. We also have Canton or Chinese, no? A large yellowish succulent, less fibrous and less pungent. So for the soil and climate requirements, ginger can be grown in a flat to slightly rolling areas with well-drained, light to medium texture soil, which are high in organic matter, with a pH of 6.8 to 7, and it can grow even in higher elevation up to 1,500 meter above sea level. So, pwede siyang matataas, no? Kasi pwede rin malalamig ang ginger. About 200 to 300 centimeter annual rainfall, no? So, usually sa Pilipinas, it's really also best, no? Throughout the year with a temperature of 25 to 35 degrees Celsius, or even with 24 to 40% shading. So, take note that ginger are actually shade-loving plants yung ginger natin, no? They are all shade-loving plants. So when you say shade-loving plants, they grows best with a 24 to 50, 25 to 50% na shading. So, ayun. Okay, so going back here, sa planting materials naman, we need 800 to 15 kilogram seed pieces per hectare. So that's why until now, it's still developing tissue cultured one kasi we still use the root, no? The ginger roots for as seed pieces for planting. So store mo yan under shade and cover with banana or coconut leaves. And you will select the healthy rhizome na meron ng mga sprouts or eyes before openings para makat into pieces and ipa-sprout siya each, no? So ayun, it's now the seed pieces may be pre-germinated na for uniform growth and prepared in raised beds in the desired length measuring mga 1 meter wide or 10 centimeter high. So i-line up mo na siya 2 centimeter apart and cover with mixture of compost and coco coir dust. So water, of course, whenever necessary. Transplant when the sprouts are about mga 1 to 2 centimeter long. And the new varieties can also be propagated by micropropagation or tissue culture para ma-increase yung rate ng multiplication, as I have just said earlier, no? So the area must be cleared first, especially yung mga bushes, no? Para ma-prepare na yung land. And you should plow and plow ties and harrow para ma-pulverize yung soil and mag-furrow ka ng 1 meter apart, mag-incorporate ka ng mga decomposed manure like chicken of about 3 to 5 tons per hectare. So it's really very important. Parang common na yan sa mga lahat ng tanim, especially for ginger kasi sa root growth niya, kailangan niya ng medyo madali para sa paglaki ng kanyang root, no? So for planting, it's done at the start of the rainy season, of course, from April to May. And when there is abundant supply of water throughout the year, planting can be done actually anytime, no? And distribute pre-germinated seed pieces na in furrows about 30 centimeter and then i-cover mo ng soil. So mga small scale lang na plantings, pwede kang mag-mulch ng rice straw or coconut leaves, then i-intercrop mo yung ginger with perennial crops such as coconut and coffee, and then you will do multiple cropping. Pwede, no? Kasi shaded talaga yung ating ginger. Pwede mong i-intercrop siya ng papaya, pineapple, tomato, and these are already very common practice, especially in Cavite. So for the fertilization naman, it will take a large amount of nutrients, no? Although matagal yung harvest nito, so generally requirement is 180 kilogram nitrogen per hectare, 180 din sa phosphorus, and 255 sa potassium. So mataas din ang kanyang potassium requirements, making it sensitive sa low potassium supply. So for example, in a hectare, it needs 11.5 bags na complete and 4 bags na urea and 5 tons per hectare na chicken or animal manure. And then it can incorporate mo lang. So you can apply an organic fertilizer, side dress at 30 and 60 days after planting. So irrigation is also very important for ginger during vegetative stage. Kung wala masyadong rainfall, depending also sa type ng soil, whether sandy or clay. So depende, no? It varies from 4 to 7 days. So for the weeding, it's also a must, a hand weeding during growth period. So especially 1 month after planting. So and then subsequently, regular na siya. And mag-mulch kayo ng coconut leaves or rice straw para ma-suppress yung growth ng weed. So also we have pest and diseases problems that like cutworms, scale insects, aphids. These are very common in ginger, and however, they cannot actually cause significant yield loss. We also have leaf spot, rhizome rot, bacterial wilt. These are the major diseases. So ginger is also tolerant to leaf spot, and rhizome rot can be prevented by strict sanitation only and the use of trichoderma as part of the organic fertilization. Pag nag-store ka, you just separate the healthy rhizomes from the shriveled or discolored ones. Then yung bacterial wilt infection can also be avoided by planting bacterial wilt-free areas na, no? Malinis na area, and then pull out infected areas and burn para hindi na kumalat. So, harvesting na tayo. So, paano malalaman na ready na siya for harvest, no? Without even knowing how many days it was planted before. So, you can see actually it's ready for planting kung ang leaves niya nag-yellow na or wither. So, this is about 8 to 10 months after planting. So, medyo matagal talaga 1 year, no? Unlike sa other vegetables. And depende pa yan sa variety. And so, paano ka mag-harvest? Of course, magdig ka with spading fork or hoe, and then you pull out the entire plant, then i-shake off mo yung soil, and ilagay mo sa bed, and i-cut mo yung stem without breaking the rhizome, ha? Kasi magiging source yun ng mga infection and ng mga fungal diseases and bacterial. So, there should be care during harvesting to minimize injury. So this will result to faster weight loss and susceptibility to decay, as I have said. So i-harvest mo siya according to market requirements, no? For example, kung domestic lang na gamit, pwede mo siyang i-harvest 8 to 11 months after planting. Pero kung gagamitin mo siyang salted or pickled, medyo maaga, 5 to 7 months. And for export naman, 3 months lang pag pickled. And if dehydrated siya, 6 to 8 months. And pag fresh ginger for export, 7 to 10. So, pag domestic, medyo matagal time gumamit. I mean, ma-harvest. So, paano ba mag-post-harvest handling nito? Of course, una, i-clean siya, i-wash kasi syempre, root crop siya, no? So, madaming soil. And i-trim off yung shoots and roots and clean the rhizome immediately after harvest. Then wash the rhizome first to remove soil particles. Then wash again in water with sodium hypochlorite as disinfectant. So, paano mo yun ma-prepare? Just 1 drop of 30% sodium hypochlorite sa 3.8 liter ng water, and then i-disinfect mo na yung rhizome and ma-heal na yung wound faster. And then air dry after washing. So these are the steps for post-harvest handling. Curing, kasi alam mo, some root crops needs curing, like even potatoes, no? Kasi pag na-cut yung kanyang skin, maghihilom din yan, no? And also, just something like that. So after harvest, kailangan mo yung i-cure. Like cure the rhizome first under 90% relative humidity and 25 to 30% for 9 days. So medyo matagal. Like for pomelo, 7 days to 14. No? If available, mag-spray or dip ka ng rhizome in fruit wax para ma-prevent ang shriveling. Now, after curing, you can grade them, classify rhizome according sa mga sizes and weight and appearance nila. So of course, you're going to select the healthy rhizome and discard the infected diseases. So these are the classification, 1, 2, 3, large, medium, small. So yung mga nagwe-weigh ng more than 300 grams, those are large. And from 150 to 300, that's medium, and less than 150 are the small ones. So dahil pwede nating ma-store for months, ang ginger, meron siyang procedure for that. You store only clean and healthy rhizome and keep the 10-month-old rhizome under 7.2 degrees Celsius, so malamig siya, no? And younger rhizome at 13 degrees Celsius. So mas malamig pag mas matanda. And then maintain relative humidity at 75%. Asan na ako? Yeah, to minimize naman weight loss, sprouting, and rotting. So pag my cold storage is not, pag cold storage is not available, so pwede naman siyang i-harvest, no, sa 2-meter deep pits of up to 2 tons capacity. So maglagay ka ng parang butas or pit, no, covered with banana or coconut leaves and under the shade in the backyard. So yung ginger rhizome can be kept in this pag malamig. So for marketing naman, usually sa local market, kanang mabebenta na natin siya. So using kaing, cans, sack, kilo, pile, or tumpok, or by piece. So pang export naman na ginger, they are actually sold in fresh, preserved, or dried forms. So yung mga dried ginger will about 50% are sold in the foreign market actually. No, and this can be classified peeled, unpeeled, whole, or split. So all in all, yung cost natin for labor is 56,630. Materials natin ay 42,577 with 25% pag mag-i-interest ng loan. So meron tayong 120,207 variable cost. And pag bumili ka ng mga gamit, kasi kailangan talaga itong mga gamit na to para pag-harvest ng ginger. So you need 21,000 more. So total cost natin will really cost us 141,490. Pero pag may income ka naman, like for regular season, you can income up to 300,000. Pag off-season, mas mahal siya, so 400,000. So meron kang net na 158 to 258 pesos. So actually, ano na siya, diba? Napaka mahal ang ginger, kaya malaki din ang kita mo per hectare, no? So I would encourage you, although dahil sa sa bacterial wilt or sa root rot, pwede siyang mag-loss kapag hindi pag madumin or infected ng bacteria yung area mo. So our next topic will be lettuce production, no? But before we end, we're going to see a little bit of a presentation on ginger production. Anyone, do you have a question on ginger production?
Wala na, ma'am.
Actually, wala na. So, kamo ba nakatanom na mo og ginger? Nako niya.
Nakatanom na, ma'am, nakatanom.
Okay, so let's just watch this. Marag nice na siya.
Hi everyone, my name is Remy. Hope you're doing well. I'm a stay-home mom.
Intercrop din niya siya. Wait lang ha. Sorry. Tingnan na lang natin itong best practices para malaman natin ano yung best practices ng ginger farming.
Hey Warriors! Sa videong ito ay aming ibabahagi sa inyo ang mga best practices na aming nalalaman at ginawa para sa matagumpay na ginger farming. Tumutubo ng maayos ang luya sa maalinsangan at mahalumigmig na klima. Maaari siyang patubuin na nakadepende sa ulan o may irigasyon. Para sa matagumpay na pagtatanim ng luya, kailangan ng katamtamang ulan sa panahon ng pagtatanim hanggang umusbong ang rhizomes nito. Malakas at katamtamang ulan sa panahon ng pagtubo at tag-init sa panahon sa loob ng isang buwan bago ang harvesting. Tumutubo ng maayos ang luya sa lupang madaling matuyo gaya ng sandy loam, clay loam at red loam. Tamang-tama ang loam soil na may pH na 6 hanggang 6.5 na mayaman sa humus. Gayunpaman, ang luya ay isang exhausting crop. Ibig sabihin, hindi mainam na tamnan ng luya ang parehong lupa taon pagkatapos ng taon. Sa ibang salita, mas mainam na sa ibang lupa na naman itanim ang luya pagkatapos ng isang cropping season. Tumutubo rin ito ng maayos sa temperaturang naglalaro sa 19 degrees Celsius hanggang 28 degrees Celsius at humidity na 70 to 90%. Sa mga lugar na may mas mataas pa sa temperaturang 28 degrees Celsius, ma-achieve ang desired temperature kung partially shaded ang iyong farm area. Maaari kang mag-intercrop ng mais, saging at iba pa dahil maaari itong makapagbigay ng shade sa luya at dagdag produksyon na rin. Araruhin o bungkalin ng lubusan ang lupa 4 hanggang 5 beses para kung ito ay maulanan, magiging pino na ang lupa. Sa aming farm, di na namin binungkal o inararo ang lupa. Diretso na namin itinanim ang mabinhi sa cleared area. Ang ginawa lang namin ay hand weeding na tutulong sa lupa para maging pino. Ginagawa din namin ang earthing up sa panahon ng growing period ng luya para sa malayang pag-develop ng mga rhizomes. Sa mga area na prone sa rhizome rot disease at nematode infestations, kailangan ang solarization sa farm bed sa loob ng 40 araw gamit ang transparent polythene sheets. Kailangang i-shade dry o air dry ang mabinhi para maiwasan ang rhizome rot disease at iba pang bacterial diseases. Maaari mo ring pausukan ang mga binhi. Tinitrade din ng ibang farmers ang mabinhi na Mancozeb 0.3% na may formulasyon na 3 gramo sa bawat litro ng tubig. Hindi na kami gumagamit nito. Ang ginawa namin ay in-stock lang sa tuyong lugar ang mabinhi ng luya habang pinapatuyo bago itanim. Pinaparami ang luya sa pamamagitan ng bahagi ng rhizomes na tinatawag na seed rhizomes o seeds o seed pieces. Baliin o hatiin ang mga rhizomes sa maliliit na piraso na may haba ng 2.5 hanggang 5 cm na titimbang ng 10 hanggang 30 gramo bawat isa na mayroong 1 hanggang 2 healthy buds. Para sa seed inputs, kailangan ng 1,500 hanggang 1,800 kilograms na binhi kada hektarya. Mainam na itatanim ang luya
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier than ever.
sa spacing na 20 to 25 cm along the rows at 20 to 25 cm din between the rows. Ito ay para malaya na mag-develop ang mga rhizomes. Ilagay ang mga binhi sa mababaw na hukay. Maaring tabunan ng well-decomposed farmyard manure at kunting lupa. Ang mulching ay ang paglagay ng green o dried leaves or organic waste gaya ng manure sa farm beds na mahalaga para mapigilan ang pagtubo ng mga damo at mapigilan din ang pagkaanod at pagguho ng lupa dahil sa malakas na ulan. Nadadagdagan din ang organic matter ang lupa at mapapanatili ang soil moisture para sa susunod na cropping season. Maprotektahan din ito ang mga binhi at mga usbong mula sa mainit na sikat ng araw. Pinapatubo ang luya bilang rain-fed crop sa high rainfall areas at irrigated crop sa less rainfall areas. Ang critical stages na lubos na kailangan ng patubig o pagdidilig ay sa panahon ng pagsibol, pagsimulang pagtubo ng rhizomes at sa pagdami ng rhizomes. Kaya nga kailangan gawin kaagad ang unang irigasyon pagkatapos magtanim. Maaari ding gamitin ang sprinklers at drip system para sa mas mabuting paggamit ng tubig at dagdag na ani. Gagawin ang pag-alis ng damo bago pa i-apply ang pataba. 2 hanggang 3 beses na pag-alis ng mga damo ay kailangan depende sa katindihan ng pagtubo ng mga damo. Mahalaga din ang earthing up para maiwasan ang pagkalantad ng rhizomes at magbigay ng sapat na soil volume para sa malayang pagtubo nito. Ginagawa ang earthing up pagkatapos mag-alis ng mga damo at pag-apply ng pataba. Gumamit ka ng complete fertilizer na may nitrogen, phosphorus at potassium. Ang mga elementong ito ay napakahalaga para sa pagtubo ng halaman. Mag-apply ng pataba pagkatapos ng 2 hanggang 3 buwan mula sa pagtanim. Sa panahong ito, nagsimula nang mag-multiply ang mga rhizomes kaya ma-assist ng pataba ang pag-develop nito. Maaari mo ring applyan na naman pagdating ng 5 buwan. Distansya lamang ng konti ang paglagay ng pataba para hindi ma-damage ang growing plant. Huwag masyadong damihan ng pataba. 3 hanggang 5 kutsarang pataba lamang kada halaman. Anihin ang luya pagkatapos ng 8 hanggang 10 buwan mula nang itinanim kung gusto mo ng mature rhizomes. Pag mature ang rhizomes, mas mahaba ang kanyang shelf life, mas maanghang at syempre mas mabigat. Pag mas mabigat, mas malaki ang kita. Kailangang hukayin ng maingat ang buong halaman para hindi ma-damage. Kung ibenta sa palengke, hugasang mabuti ang mga luya. Pagkatapos mag-ani, maaari kang pumili ng malusog na binhi. Maaari mo itong hugasan at i-air dry pagkatapos. Mas mainam na mature na binhi ang piliin para hindi siya agad mabubulok. Sana ay may natutunan ka sa videong ito tungkol sa best practices na maaari mong gawin para sa matagumpay na ginger farming. Huwag kalimutang i-like ang video na ito at mag-subscribe sa aming channel. Pindutin mo na rin ang notification bell para maging updated ka sa aming susunod na video tungkol sa ginger farming. Mag-comment ka sa ibaba para sa iyong mga katanungan. Maraming salamat.
So I guess that's it, no? So do you have any questions or clarification regarding ginger production? Anyone? Kevin? Rich? Yes, Richard?
Wala, ma'am.
Klaro naman yung ating no, video presentation.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, so yes, Kevin. Nakatanom na kaagloy, Kevin.
Ma'am.
Ano sa deadline, ma'am?
Sa mukha ni- Actually, sa laboratory ninyo, igura man mo mag-visit sa ka-garden and then you just, describe kung unsa nga mga vegetables ang nakatanom and then unsa tong mga best practice nila.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Kanang ako may namong kay garden, ma'am. Pili ko di sa kuha ng kumukuan, ma'am.
Yes, the better.
Eh, dito ko man lang atog lang kuan ba? Garden. Namong kay
Yeah.
garden.
That's
Okay
more
ra?
that's more advantageous and bigger points pa kasi it means na kay personal experience.
Kaya
Hands-on.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So I would encourage all of you to do the same, no? If you only have a backyard to plant, so you better plant your own different kinds of, kahit maliliit lang, no, na different kinds of vegetable or bahay bahay kubo, something like that, no? So we are less than a minute. So thank you for joining with me this noon, and I hope to see you again on our next meeting, which is Thursday man ito karon, no? Next week na pala. So I guess yun lang. Wala, if you still have questions, you can ask sa ating group chat.
Okay po, ma'am.
Okay, so again, thank you everyone and bye-bye.
Salamat. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.